One of the most dangerous beliefs today is still thinking that the old formula works. Study hard, find a stable job, save as much as you can, pay off your debts, and invest a little in the stock market, hoping it pays off decades from now. But let's be honest, does saving still make sense in a world where governments are creating money out of thin air? The rich are pulling further ahead while everyone else falls behind. We need to expand our awareness. Financial success isn't just about income. It's about how you think. Inside us live three perspectives. One based on fear and survival, one focused on safety and stability, and another that sees possibilities and leverage. The system teaches us to be good workers, not to build wealth. No one hands you the blueprint to financial freedom. If you've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you'll know that my rich dad refused to give me a paycheck. He believed that paychecks condition people to think small, to stay in the employee box. His philosophy: don't be a servant to money. If something fails, build again. Don't rely on salaries or government aid. The journey begins with mindset, is fueled by skills, and is guided by a new set of principles. The truth is, employees and entrepreneurs are playing to completely different games. When I left my job at Xerox, someone told me I'd eventually return. I said, "You might have given up and came back. I'm willing to fail, but I won't retreat." That's the distinction. Failure doesn't define you, it reveals you. Who are you when the paycheck disappears? Many live in fear because they can't stop focusing on what they might lose. But those who build vision know, every disruption carries opportunity. If you're stuck expecting tomorrow to look like yesterday, the future will shock you. Most never pause to question whether their beliefs are expired. But just like milk, outdated ideas spoil everything. While most people are terrified of debt, I learned how to make it work for me. I restructured $300 million and reduced my interest to 2.5%, which increased my cash flow. Why? Because I understand how to use debt and taxes in my favor, just like the wealthy do. My rich dad's advice after Vietnam was simple: master the art of using other people's money. The wealthy use the tax code and debt as leverage. The middle class drowns in both. A doctor might make $1 million and lose most of it in taxes. I can do the same, invest in real estate, and owe nothing legally. Why? Because I invest in income-producing assets and borrow strategically. I put down $1 million and the bank gives me $4 million. Banks empower me, while penalizing those who don't know how to play. Holding onto money today is like holding ice in your hand. It's melting. The old advice to save, avoid risk, and get a high-paying job is outdated. Education itself hasn't caught up. With knowledge doubling every 18 months, by the time you finish college, most of what you learned is already obsolete. Even banks today don't want your money. They'll charge you to keep it. That's why bubbles are everywhere. People are desperately trying to turn their cash into something more stable. A lot of people say they're entrepreneurs, but they're really just self-employed. In the US, the majority of small businesses are run by one person. That's not business building, that's working alone. And guess what? The self-employed pay the highest taxes of all. True entrepreneurs don't just build businesses, they build themselves. They don't blame the economy, they develop their internal economy. Setbacks aren't roadblocks, they're springboards. While most freeze in fear, entrepreneurs look for angles, adapt, and grow. Mistakes aren't failures, they're lessons, but only if you get back up. Real entrepreneurs use every fall as a push to rise smarter and tougher. Fear has a strange power. It often attracts exactly what we're afraid of. That's why mastering your inner world is step one. The moment you become dependent on a paycheck, you give away your power. It takes inner strength to rise above that dependency. Building wealth starts on the inside, not in your bank account. Work on your mindset. That's the foundation of everything else. If this message resonated with you, like this video and subscribe to the channel. This is just the beginning of your transformation.